Okay, good evening again to everyone. I have a homily about Mary and mutual hospitality. You know, when you receive someone into your home, you make them feel welcome and you show them attention and you care for them. Oftentimes, you would serve them food and drink. Maybe some of you are going to do that even this evening. Well, I remember when I was a teenager, I had a friend, Amy, and I received hospitality at her house from her mother. Her mom, Amy's mom, was known to be a great hostess. Whenever anyone would enter that house, she would always say, "Do you want a sandwich? Do you want something to drink?" So Amy's mom treated all of Amy's friends like her own children, even if she didn't know them at first, because she actually, being a very smart mom, wanted to get to know them. But she created a space, a safe space, if you will, for us just to be teenagers and to hang out, to spend time with each other. So if you just have that image of Amy's mom in your mind, the Blessed Virgin Mary, she too receives people into her home. Two very clear examples from the scriptures. What was the story we heard today? She received the shepherds. Now, the shepherds, these are poor, uneducated people. They were not valued, trusted in society. But you know what? Mary welcomed them. She said, "Well, if you are friends of this child, you are welcome here in this place." Another example of Mary showing hospitality, it's the feast we're going to celebrate this upcoming Sunday, the Epiphany. When the three magi come from the east, again, strangers from another culture, a distant land, what does Mary say? You know my son? Come right in. You are very welcome here. Do you see my point, how we can apply this to our lives? Mary continues to welcome her son's friends into her home. Let me put a finer point on it. She takes them, she takes us into her heart. The Immaculate Heart of Mary, there is room there for all of Christ's friends like you and me. So this is the main point of the homily. It's up to us to allow Mary to receive us into her home, into her heart. Let her create a space for us to be friends with Christ. Let her love you. Let Mary be your mother now and for all eternity. Okay, you're with me so far? We're halfway there. I just want to flip everything on its head right now, okay? Because after Mary receives you, then you are called to reciprocate, to receive Mary into your home and into your heart. Very, very quickly, the two examples that just come right to mind, the story of the visitation in the Bible. Do you remember Elizabeth? What does she do? She receives Mary into her home. And then the other example is at the end of Jesus' ministry, at the end of his life, there on the cross, he says to John, "Look, this is your mother now," as if to say, care for her. And that's exactly what John does. John receives Mary into his home. So this is us. If we love Mary as a mother, then she has a privileged place in our home and in our hearts. I love it when I visit parishioners' homes, maybe to bless the home or to have dinner. I love it when I see that in that home there is a special place, a distinguished, prominent spot in their home for the Blessed Virgin Mary, for a statue or an image of Mary. And likewise in our prayer, in our spiritual life, in our devotions, there is a privileged place for the Blessed Virgin Mary. This is us offering Mary, if you will, hospitality. To end, a recap It's a two-way street. It's mutual hospitality. Mary receives us in her heart. We can see ourselves coming to visit the child Jesus in the manger. And Mary says to us warmly, welcome. And we receive Mary into our heart. We can see her in our mind's eye. She's knocking at the door. And we say to our mother, welcome. You have a home here.